back to The Rush. I'm Hannah Duncan. This week we bring you boys basketball in a shootout against Springfield and their first home game against Triad, along with girls basketball against Springfield and SHG, the Glenwood Wrestling Invite, and the top 3 plays of the week. Let's start the show. The boys basketball team headed to the Prairie Capital Convention Center last Saturday in a tough shootout against Springfield High School, and their first home game was on Tuesday against Triad. Let's go ahead and dribble in to the highlights. First against Springfield, the Springfield Senators, your Glenwood Titans versing them. These highlights brought to us courtesy of channel1450.com. Thanks to them. Cole Harper stepping up for Glenwood, a big game for him again as always. And Obadiah Church of Springfield High, as you see there, really stepping up for Springfield. Starting off, Parker Allen passes to Cole Harper to start the scoring off for Glenwood with a 3. As I just mentioned, how he would have a good game, and he did as he started the drive for the Titans in this game. Ethan Hunt will go for an attempt at the basket, but it just bounces out to land in Springfield's hands, which leads to number 23, Obadiah Church, as I just mentioned, making a monster slam dunk. Church really came forward in this game. No big surprise though, as he's been a really solid player throughout the past few years at Springfield. Cole Harper makes a long shot to add some more points on the board for the Titans. He's really stepping up again. Parker Allen passes to Harper, who tosses it in to add on to the Titans' lead. Springfield, though, will be able to slip past the Titans' defense for Church to make a bouncing shot, as they really kept it closer than Glenwood would have wanted early on in this game. Cole Harper will pass to Joel Alexander, passes it right back for Cole to make a sweet layup. He would have 14 of Glenwood's 18 points at halftime, as Glenwood led 18-13 with a 5-point lead. Third quarter was all Ethan Hunt though. He gets the pass from Drew Perriott and jumps to make a nice layup. Then he'll get the ball and makes a great 3-pointer. And then Ethan Hunt, showing all his skills off in this quarter, he dribbles around Springfield's defense, making a one-handed layup toss. All 12 of his points came in the third quarter to help Glenwood lead 34-22, as he really showed his versatility. Perriott tries tossing the ball to Allen, knocked away by Nelson, and Springfield recovers. Church makes a slam dunk again. Glenwood would still have the lead by 11 points though, 38-27 after 3. Springfield fans really pumped up though, as their offense starts to come alive by the end of the game. Their Nelson to Church, it's a 6-point game now. Their offense really able to make a few shots here and there. Blaine Keene will get the rebound and the shot for Springfield as they keep coming back and really surge forward late in the game. Next, Nelson gets the monster 3. He had 16 points on the night, and that'll rally Springfield's fans and brought them within 1 point of Glenwood. Off the inbound pass now from Keon Day to Obadiah Church again to get the lead 39-38. They would increase it to a 3-point lead and went on a 16-0 run. Glenwood would try it one final attempt with 20 seconds left. Cole Harper had fouled out at this point, but the Titans will get shut out by Church and Nelson as they block the shot. That leads to Springfield coming out in the surprising win late in this game. They'll finish winning 44-40 over Glenwood. Cole Harper with the big 18 points and 9 rebounds, and Obadiah Church for Springfield with 16 points and 7 rebounds. Next, let's take a look at the first home game against Triad. Coach Blakeman being honored for having the most wins in Glenwood history as he passes Jim Fox's 152 wins, which stood for 50 years. The current team and former Glenwood players, as you see there, all met together. Really a good game and good night for them. In this non-conference game against the Triad Knights, Cole Harper playing very well in this game as always. He's proving to be a really consistent player for the Titans. The game would get off to a slow start, but here Ethan Hunt able to grab up the ball, pass it to Harper, who drains the 3 to start up Glenwood's offense and show his consistent playing that I just mentioned. Triad next will try from 3-point range, but Carson Aheron gets the rebound off the shot attempt. He'll pass it to Harper, who's able to come up with it, and the Titans would lead 9-6 after 1 quarter. The game was really close though all throughout the first half, and the Titans would want to increase their lead later. Next, in the second quarter, Triad again. Kyle Rude tries to pass it to Logan Burke, but Sam Anderson snatches it away and completes the layup in a great play for the Titans. We'll see Anderson again though. He really showed off his defensive skills as well as offense in this game. He will steal it again really smoothly there, and he passes it to Hunt, who scores in a very similar way to Anderson's as we just saw. It was almost exact identical plays, as Glenwood led by 7, 19-12 at halftime. On to the third quarter, some great action from Hunt. Again, as he steals it from Brendan Grigg and runs it down for the layup. Hunt really stepped forward late in this game as well, and the Titans had a lot of good steals and shots coming from his play. Nick Hammond, another big player on the team, he really surged forward later in this game too, as you see the student section that was actually at the game. Nick Hammond with the three-pointer there, he gives more energy to Glenwood's offensive attack in this game. Hammond again will grab it in the air and runs it down the court for a layup, as Glenwood had a solid lead 35-23. They would try to prevent a repeat of the end of Saturday's game, as they didn't want to let this game get away from them. They wouldn't let it though. On to the fourth, Drew Perriott gets the fadeaway to increase the Titans' lead, as it'll get some insurance shots for them. Then Harper passes to Hunt for a nice shot. Hunt's really been stepping up so far this season, and he's really learning how to be a team leader in his junior year. Nick Hammond tacks on another three for some insurance, as he really came through late in the game for Glenwood and increasing their lead more. Cole Harper scores again to secure the win for Glenwood, as they really gained more power and more drive throughout the game, and they were able to keep the solid lead in this one. They would win 53-36. Harper with 15 points and Nick Hammond really stepping up with 11 points and 3 three-pointers, all in the second half. Now let's hear some post-game interviews with Cole Harper.
They were actually a pretty mature young team. They had a really good sophomore, and with everyone back, they should be pretty good next year. It was kind of some careless turnovers. We turned them over a good amount of times, and we kind of had a small amount of careless turnovers. Turnovers, you lead to easy buckets or get fouled, so just speed them up and get turnovers is big. We knew they were going to slow us down. We were missing a lot of easy shots we usually make in the first quarter. It was kind of sluggish. We knew we had to speed them up, and we put in traps, and we put in, when they cross half court, we got a trap just to speed them up and kind of get the game flowing. And, we weren't making shots. In the second half, we started making shots, and the offense started flowing, and that kind of sped up the game for us. We need to get those guys going. They've been going. They're missing shots they usually make, and Hammond started hitting them tonight. We tell them to shoot the ball, and all they got to do is shoot it. They got the green light, so we're ready for them. We got a lot of good friends on that team. We're always joking about it. So it should be fun. They got a great team, a lot of seniors. A lot of football guys, a lot of strong guys, so they're ready to go, and we're ready to go. It should be fun.
The boys play rivals SHG tonight at home at 7:45. The Lady Titans basketball team played a few tough games against Springfield and SHG this past week. First, let's start with their game against Springfield and the results for that. They really were not able to keep up with Springfield, as Springfield would win 38-23. Maddie Clintworth with 6 points for Glenwood, and Laher with 3 points, and she went 3 for 6 on free throws. Now let's look at the highlight from SHG. The struggling 1-6 Lady Titans coming into this game looking for a win away against the more experienced girls from SHG. This game would also be Ellie Alexander's first start of the season. She's coming off an injury for her. The Titans would win the tip-off, and from there they would start off playing hot. Number 10, Abby Deverman, starts off the scoring with a big 3 in the first quarter for Glenwood. The Titans' offense really came forward, but their defense showing as well. It would help as Kiera Downey steals the ball to set up the play. The girls would pass it around for a little bit, and eventually freshman Sierra Laher will get a big 3. She's really a young player who's really stepping up, as a lot of players are, as the team's really a young team primarily. On to the second quarter, here's Caitlin Brown, one of the few older girls on the team. She sets up a nasty pick and roll for Glenwood, but the quarter would also be the Titans' breaking point, as SHG takes the ball, takes it all the way across court to make a layup. Ellie Alexander stepping forward in this game though. She makes a jumper to shorten the deficit, as the Titans would tie the game going into halftime, tie it at 28. Moving on to the third quarter, the Titans give up a lot of turnovers in this quarter and really throughout the game. This one that you just saw would end up leading to an easy SHG layup. The Titans would have a few good chances and promising chances in the quarter though, with the 3 there, as their offense really came alive and really tried to push through this game. The SHG offense though was just too much, as they make a layup and they would increase their lead going into the fourth quarter. The Lady Titans tried to come back, but they can't make the shot there. SHG gets the rebound. and they'll take it down the court and score again for the Cyclones. They're really just running away with the game now and increasing their lead and getting some insurance shots. The Cyclones once more take the ball back, show their skills on offense and defense, as they had a few insurance points, as I just mentioned at the end of the game. SHG would come forward in this one. Big rivalry between SHG and Glenwood, as SHG will win 54-41. Kiera Downey with 3 rebounds and Maddie Clintworth with 6 points. The Lady Titans take on the Rochester Rockets tomorrow night at 6:30. It's time to take our first commercial break of the day. When the Rush comes back, we'll bring you wrestling and hockey. Stay right there.
Fat Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, Fat Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Kids, the breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
All right, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Welcome back to The Rush. Going back to girls basketball, let's take a look at some interviews with Coach Crossland and some of the other players on the team.
I feel like we started out strong and we were staying tight with the other team, but after halftime we just fell apart and we just kept throwing the ball away, but we stayed a team together and everything worked out at the end, I guess.
I think it was good for just getting back into the swing of things, and I mean, it was definitely a test to my endurance, and that kind of went down from my injury and going back. But other than that, I think it was a good, solid, competitive game and good for the first one I got back. It was definitely worth the wait. I'm glad that I didn't go too early and try to injure it anymore, but it was also really rewarding to know that although I waited and I could get injured, it was like a reward to be able to play basketball again.
Springfield game, we held Springfield to 38 points, which is pretty good. Defensively, I thought we did a nice job, but offensively, you're not going to win very many ball games if you only score 23. So we've watched some film on that, and our execution was just a little rough. But that's something that we're really working on in practice this week to get cleaned up, and I'm excited to be able to play them again later in the season. I think it'll be a different game.
We wish the girls good luck on the rest of their season. The wrestling team hosted the Glenwood Invite last Saturday. Let's head to the mats to check it out. The Titan Invite for boys and girls, as we can't forget about our ladies in this sport, a few girls on the team, but we start with junior Brady Thompson. He's really stepped up for his first couple of matches. As he and his opponent are really going at it here, Thompson really plays with a lot of heart and drive as he holds his opponent down in this match, and in this really hard-fought match. Next, senior action, Nick Corner is quite even with his opponent as well. He uses his body, his ability here to get down low and try to take a strike, but his man was the same way. A very tough and close matchup here throughout. for Nick Corner. Another senior, Matt Kink, wrestled his heart out as most of it was foot action on the mats, but they will get up, and his opponent, Matt Sarge of Triad, takes his shot, and after a tough fight, he will eventually slam the mat for the win. A really hard-fought match, though, for Matt Kink. On to the results from the Titan invite. O'Fallon would get first place with a 218.5, Troy Triad in second with 207.5, Glenwood would come in sixth with 109.5. The team heads to Southeast High School tomorrow morning starting at 9 for the Southeast Duel. The hockey team played at home on Wednesday night in a very close matchup against Springfield. 2 goals from Brandon Hay and a late score on a power play from Jake Vance let Glenwood catch up to Springfield with the final score tied at 3. With the tie, Glenwood leads the league in standings. The team plays at SHG next Friday at 8:30. Now it's time for our last commercial break of the day. When we come back, we'll bring you the top 3 plays and the player of the week.
Well, Mr. Raji, we could save you hundreds by doing a discount double check.
Not you too, Raji. You're on my team. You know that's my move.
The discount double check?
No, that's my touchdown dance, man.
Here we go again. Sir, you're not even doing it right. Raji, drop it.
Show me what you got, Raji.
What is this?
Come on now. You said you were a dancer.
Where you going, buddy? Come on back.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Fat Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, Fat Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Kids, breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
All right, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Aaron, I was able to save you hundreds.
Yeah, discount double check, I know. I'm kind of over that move.
So are we.
What?
It's a little, soft.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Yeah, it is. They wanted something with a little
Like what?
Do it with me. Ready? Discount double check.
I like it. It's terrifying.
Right?
Matthews.
What's up, dude?
He plays football professionally.
Save big with a discount double check, only from State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Pause.
Fat Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, Fat Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Welcome back. I'm Marco Rogers. Now it's time for the top 3 plays of Glenwood Sports this week. Let's start the countdown with play number 3. From the first boys basketball home game against 3rd,
Triad as Nick Hammond snatches a pass and runs it down the court to make a nice layup for Glenwood. Play number 2 is the same game as Sam Anderson steals the ball and smoothly passes it to Ethan Hunt, who completes the layup to tack on 2 more points for the Titans. It's all basketball and all Ethan Hunt this week as the top play brings another steal for Glenwood, and Hunt scores again to help the Titans win their first home game against the Triad Knights, 53-56. Now let's send it back to Hannah.
Our nominee this week is a sophomore on the hockey team. He scored 5 goals against Bloomington. He leads the league in goals scored with 10 and has really proven himself in the past few games. I was able to catch up with this week's winner, Brandon Hay.
So, Brandon, against Bloomington last week, you scored 5 goals, which is awesome. What really motivated you to score as much as you did?
I think it was just all the hard work we put into practice, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates or good goalie, and we just try to do our best every week.
And how well do you think the team can do this year after a good solid start that you've had, and what are you kind of still working on?
Well, right now we're first in the league, so we're the guys to go get, so we're working hard every week to stay there.
And trying to stay at the top, looking at the top, like the pros, who's your biggest role model or favorite team, favorite player?
Probably Patrick Kane, because they're both kind of small guys and we both have the same skill set. Not skill set, but...
Yeah. Well, how do you look forward to stepping up even more, maybe being like him someday, but being a team leader as you're only a sophomore this year?
Yeah, we got some great upperclassmen like Clayton Hayes and Will Tracy, and I just try to do my best and try to do leadership on the ice, not just off.
And last question, you guys play SHG next. So what's the rivalry like for hockey? People don't know about that as much, and how are you preparing for that game?
Well, we all know each other, so it's always kind of an intense game, and we just go out there and do our best and play with our friends, I guess.
Well, congratulations on getting Glenwood's Player of the Week this week.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Back to you, Sean.
Tune in next time for the next Player of the Week. That's all for this week's episode of The Rush. The boys basketball team faces off against SHG tonight at 7:45. Wrestling has the Southeast Duel tomorrow morning, and the boys swim team is at Eisenhower Pool at 12:15. The girls basketball team plays Rochester tomorrow night at 6:30 as well. The Rush is taking a break for the holidays, so join us in January for another episode. Thanks for watching and have a great break.